To declare or create a variable in your Arduino sketch, you're going to type a line of code that looks like this. Okay, so let's pick this apart and see what each of these 4 pieces are actually doing. Sorry, 5 pieces. Let's pick this apart and see what each of these 5 pieces are doing. First, there's the type of the variable. In this case, it's an int. This tells Arduino what kind of information you're going to store in the variable. This is important because when it creates a variable, it actually sets aside space in its memory, and it needs to know what you're going to put in there so it can figure out how much space to make and where to put it. If you like thinking about variables as boxes, this is sort of like telling the Arduino what shape of box you're going to have so that it can store the right kind of information. The next thing is the name of a variable, in this case, brightness. Then you write an equals sign followed by a number. This number tells Arduino what value you want the variable to start at. So remember how we can store values in variables. This is the first value that the variable is going to store. In this example, 25. This equals sign tells Arduino that this is the value you want to store in the variable. And the semicolon ends what's called a statement. So a statement can be a line of code that, for example, tells a component what to do, like awesome.led.turnon, or it can be declaring a variable, or a couple of other things, but those are the ones we've talked about so far. So this line of code says create a variable, the type is int or integer, so we expect it to be a positive or a negative number. The name is brightness, and when it starts off, it's going to be equal to 25. Then Arduino sees this semicolon and says, okay, we're at the end of a statement. I should look for more code below. Now that you know a little bit about variables, let's create and use one in our code. Actually creating and using a variable will help you understand what they're useful for and how to work with them.